Hello, Taurus. This is Kat's Real Life Mystic Tarot, and I'm here doing your December reading 2019. I hope you guys are doing great. It's Thanksgiving today. I hope you get a chance to watch this. I see a lot of people are online. I don't know if the weather's bad everywhere. It's bad where I'm at, so time spent online. Um, I did a meditation for you, and it comes down to basically a verbal message. And I just want to say that there's a person for some of you that's on a destructive path. And the message, although I feel that your heart is breaking in a way, is to stay out of the way of the destructive energy for the time being. And that this person will come to stasis. The progression will stop at some point. But it's a very destructive energy right now. I hate to even bring this message, but that's the one I got, and I'm going to bring what I get. I don't think it's for everybody, but there's somebody you know that you'd love to intervene, but everyone leads their own life and has their own progression, and you just got to step back for the moment. For the moment, it doesn't... My dog's making noise, sorry. Step back for a moment, and because there's nothing you can do. You can step up, but it's not going to help. So right now, let it be, and it's going to come to a point of stasis and peace at some point for that person. Okay, just a small message, someone you know, for some of you. And so going into messages for Taurus for December, I'm using the Goddess Oracle, which gives me a little bit of a kind of more simple, straightforward message for you guys. So let's see what we get for December for Taurus. For my Taurians. Betrayal. Sorry for the glare. Betrayal. So there may have been someone who betrayed you, or maybe you felt that you betrayed somebody. Let me get a couple of clarifiers for that real quick. This is an energy for December for you. Let's get a card. What advice would you give Taurus considering the situation of betrayal? What advice would you give Taurus considering this betrayal? What advice for Taurus in the month of December? Groundhog spirit, time to let go. Okay. So it's kind of making a story for me. If someone has betrayed you and you've had to let go, this is a weird time of year to have to go through that, but yeah, the advice is to let go. Let go. And it could be also what I was talking about, somebody you know that's a little bit on a destructive path. They may have lied to you, stolen from you, anything along those lines, and then you have to turn your back right now. Let me get one more card. Since this is such a heavy energy to begin with, I'm sorry, Taurus. It seems to be about somebody else. One more card for Taurus for December. It says, believe in yourself. Believe in what you're doing. Believe in what your decisions are. Believe in your ability to handle a situation. Take care of yourself. And believe in what you have to do. Okay, so let's see what's going on. I see that there's something involving someone else. Let's start with Dreaming Away Tarot. And I think this tarot I don't know the name of. I've had it for a long time. Whoops. Wow. That was interesting. In which case, let's start with the other tarot deck, since Dreaming Away didn't cooperate there. Okay, so let's start with this unnamed tarot deck, which seems to want to go first. And we're going to go do your horoscope reading. So I'm going to see what's going on in each area of your life. We might be able to pin down what this situation is. And hopefully give you a little insight, some advice, some foreknowledge of what's going on in December for you. Okay, so major arcana for the first round, we have the Magician, and that's in your first house of yourself. So you really have all your skills together. You're very, you're an adept at most things that you're doing, most communications. This is definitely the communicator. So you're communicating well right now, Taurus. You have the skills. I mean, you have the pentacles, you have the sword, you have the wand, you have the cups, everything at your disposal to create the world you want to create. So be conscious of this. This is the first thing that came up, and I'm feeling a strong feeling that this is something you need to keep in your mind, that you're creating your reality, the co-creator with spirit, with the universe, creating your life, your reality, your what you're coming into. So it's really important to keep your thoughts on a positive vibration. Keep yourself moving forward. Your thoughts create your reality, especially for you right now. So in your second house, we also have a major arcana. That's the Emperor in reverse. That this has to do with your money. You may have invested in a business. You may have invested in something that you're starting where you are the actual leader, boss, etc. So there may be an output of energy in that, but you expect to get it back, and in much, in greater fold. Okay, so those are two that we're having right now. Now, interestingly, in your eighth house, it's kind of an occult house. It's the Scorpio house. It's about sex, death, taxes, things that we really don't talk about in polite company. It can be about psychological issues, and like I said, occult. So right here, I have the Karma card, an awakening. So I feel that you're having really a download. I feel like a psychic download right now, Taurus. I mean, I feel like some very odd things are happening. If you're listening to the signs at all, I think signs are coming through. You're being directed. There's something very big coming through to you right now because you're in a pivotal moment. There's something pivotal going on with you in the eighth house. So I'm feeling like this is kind of psychological soul level that we're getting this. So in terms of your major arcana on the first round, that's what we have. Something going on with you, with your values, money, talents, and in your deep psychological house. We're going to talk about everything, but I'm going to go ahead and clarify first with the Dreaming Way Tarot that didn't want to come out earlier. Let's see how happy it is now. Okay. All right, Taurus. Okay, so real quickly, we were just talking about downloads, interesting insights, eighth house. In your fourth house of home, we have the High Priestess, and we have compassion and love in your home. It's possible that there is someone in your home that has psychic energy, but I'm really thinking that it's you, Taurus, that you're developing your psychic energy. You could have been starting some meditation, either yoga or sleeping well, and you're getting some imagery, images, information. Something wants to come through to you because you're in an opening, you're in a moment of opening to receive. So you're in a moment of opening to receive information. And it's really important for you right now to take in your soul's calling. So there's something that wants to come through for that. Now, clarifying your second house, which was your money house, Page of Swords in reverse. So I think for your business or whatever you're attempting, you have invested in, for a lot of you, you're waiting for the word to get around. This is a gossip. This is somebody that brings that brings information to other areas, and tending to be kind of a gossip, or if we were talking about relationship, it can be stalkery energy, but it's more like a gossiping. So you need that for your business. In any other area, like if this is some kind of work area, there might be a boss and there's some gossip around the boss. And how that's affecting your finances, I'm not sure, unless you're privy to the information. I'm not getting this is very strong. I'm feeling like you started some sort of business, the Emperor, and you really need the word to get out. So you need to rely on those types of people that spend a lot of time on the internet or do that type of thing, whether that's you or somebody else, that will share your information, will like your, whatever you're doing. You just want to get the word out. So that's just something that's happening. And here, where we have the Magician, your creative, communicative energy, we have the Hanged Man, where you're waiting. So Taurus, for some of you, you definitely started something and you're just waiting for the word to get out. Your creative project, you're waiting. This is a waiting card. This is you. So waiting for the word to get out, and that's in a business. Now let me just finish the business part of this. 6th house, you're in charge. You're in charge, and you're doing it as kind of like the one-man band. I mean, you're very burdened, and you're ready to drop the burden because it's been hard to carry this thing forward. Whatever you're doing, you are responsible for everything right now. Whether this be in a separate job. Now, the 6th house really is about what you do day to day. So whether that's the job where you're the Magician here, the Emperor, or whether this is the job that you have to do on a day-to-day basis, you are really being relied on. You're relied on because you're very good at what you're doing and you get the job done. But it's getting a little intense, and at some point you're going to have to delegate a little bit of this. It's a little bit too much. Okay, and then moving up here to the 10th house. Again, we're getting that where it's the final push. You're not certain you can make it, and you feel like you need to make a choice, probably between 2 jobs. So there's something you might be moonlighting at, and there's something you're doing during the day. Or it could be you have a partnership, you're doing one thing, but you have a partnership, and you might just have to either actually get a partnership, sorry, let me correct that, or get some help, because you are really burdened with a lot of work. So that's kind of the career houses. And let me just check the 11th house, because that's probably related to that. Yes. Okay. So here we're talking about craftsmanship and money. So 11th house, getting the word out, getting it to social groups, getting it to, and 11th house rules social groups or people you know, internet, anything, communication between, groups. So here we have, in order to, they're both appearing in reverse. So that for me gives me a little pause. But this, we're talking about craftsmanship and people with money. So you might have to do something to get money for what you're doing. So this can be, let's say, if you were doing readings online, let's say, you might do a PayPal for donations. You might do Vimeo, or personal readings, or various ways to make money at what you're doing. So there's that type of thing, that energy that is required at this point. And since I'm looking at the 8th house and it is saying something here, there's the 8 of Cups energy and the Ace of Pentacles. So I'm seeing that when the money comes, you're going to walk away from something else. So I do see for a lot of you, there's 2 jobs. You're starting something, you need to get the money coming in, and you really want to walk away from something else. So that's the unknown. 12th house is kind of what's going on underneath the surface. This is on its way, but you have to follow through with the work that needs to be done for that to happen. But you're brilliant. You have all the creativity in the world. Very good chance of that coming through for you. Okay, so I'm going to move on to your relationship in the 5th house. Looks like possible disappointment. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Probably a little bump in the road. Little disappointment. I'm still seeing like 10 of Pentacles is still a good card. So to me, you have a really possibly good possibility of a good relationship. There's been a disappointment with some kind of, I don't know, like maybe unethical behavior or something somebody did, something somebody said, a little falling out. But I feel that it might be a matter of time. There might be a reconciliation between the two of you. I do see this as kind of a good relationship. And then when I go over here, yeah, I think this is your house of commitments. This is your 7th house. I feel like possibly because you've been giving your energies to 2 jobs, this is 2 jobs, there has been some straying. Maybe someone has strayed, either just in their own mind or maybe physically. And I think it's something that can be, maybe worked out. Is there anything we can tell? Wow, these are just jumping out. Okay, so Taurus, let's see. 2 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so 2 of Cups. I think this person is like a nice kind of soulmate for you. Soulmate doesn't necessarily mean forever, but this person's real important to you. Those of you that are in relationship and have had a falling out or an indiscretion from somebody, it may have made you feel rejected, not included, anxious, kind of left out in the cold, sort of feeling like this, 5 of Pentacles, anxious. So yeah, but you know, I do think there's possibilities between the 2 of you, and take a look at your own responsibility. In a way, you may have been pretty obsessed with the things that you've been doing, your own projects, and this person, you know, it's not very evolved, but they may have needed attention and went for attention elsewhere. So I did see the 2 of Cups somewhere else in here, so I'm going to look at that right now. This is in your 9th house. 2 of Cups and Ace of Swords, a dumb move by somebody. This 9th house is about spirituality. It can be about school. So if you're students, it could be partial that. It can be a trip to a foreign land, and it can be litigation or something like that. I feel like this person made a dumb move and is asking for forgiveness. It'll be a spiritual growth. It'll cause spiritual growth for you to be able to forgive this person, and I don't think it's a bad thing. Let me just ask real quickly, anything else about the future for Taurus with this particular person that's kind of made a mistake, let's say? Anything else we can say about the 2 of them? What can we say about the person first? What can we say about this person? Page of Pentacles. So young and learning. This person's still learning. And what can we say about Taurus right now? Is there anything we can say about Taurus concerning this relationship? Hard work. Okay, so it's just reiterating what I said before. See all the bags and all. She's been shopping, it looks like to me. If that's hard work, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so you've been working very hard. So I think it's kind of what I explained earlier. Someone needs attention. They're youthful energy. They know not what they did. Yeah, it was a betrayal. If you can find it in yourself to forgive, I think it'll be a good spiritual moment for you. Yeah, so I don't know if I got to your 6th house. Oh yeah, I did. I did that. Okay, so we covered a lot here already. So spiritual downloads, you're having a lot of downloads about something. Spirit wants to get to you. You have a relationship, a lot of you, where there was a betrayal or something went wrong, a glitch in the road. If you can find it upon yourself to forgive that person, it might be good for you spiritually. Is it saying that this will work out? Well, one way or another, this will work out, because this is a soulmate of yours and you'll be friends. Even if you can't work it out romantically, you guys are going to be able to support each other throughout life, because this person is important to you. You have a business or something, maybe you're working 2 jobs, a lot of you, and the other one's coming together. You just need some social media attention to it. You need to get the word out. get some funding. I mean, something's going on there. Yeah, and it looks like you'll be able to walk away from the other job, which is just a burden. It's really, really there. It's too much for you right now, work-wise. So let's get some more information here. Let's get just some general. Is there anything, Spirit, you can tell me about Taurus for December, about ending this year of 2019? Is there any, anything you can tell me? What was 2019 about for Taurus? I mean, what was the point? What was this about for Taurus? So this card is Red Garden. I'm going to give it a second. Okay, so I feel that you're the gardener and you've nurtured and tended, and there's going to be fruition from the skills that you put into the efforts you've made. And I'm just going to say, because this is coming through, it might not be exactly in the way you were thinking. Like, that, you might think one product that you're producing is going to be very popular when actually it becomes another, something like that. There might be some surprising, enlightening situations with that. So that being about 2019, it was about tending to the garden, creating everything. And I just was coming back to this beginning, betrayal, time to let go, believe in yourself. I'm not certain if for some of you that might be the soulmate person too, that you're going to have to walk away from for a time being, the disappointment. So, I mean, for some of you, that situation where you have to get out of the way until it comes to its point of stasis, that's the point where you can come back in, but you can't fix it as it is. So for some of you, that soulmate person may be going through an educational period. And maybe that's why they're popping up in the 9th house for you. So yeah, I feel that very strongly, that there's a possibility of that. It could otherwise be someone else, someone, in your world that's having some issues. And you might have to step away for them to find their footing. You can't intervene at the moment. Just a quick question. What will 2020 look like, since we're embarking on that almost? What's 2020 for Taurus looking like? What's a main energy for Taurus in 2020? What can we say? Day and night. Day and night. Okay, so what I'm getting from this and what's coming through for me is part of the download thing we were talking about, your inspiration. This was huge in your reading, by the way, and I didn't emphasize it much, the magician energy. Inspiration is coming to you, and it's coming to you day and night. You're going to have inspiration within your work, inspiration when you dream. I mean, I feel like this is going to be a very strong, all-encompassing energy that's coming through to you, and I feel like it's a life calling in a way. So there's something real important about this for you. Yeah, and I think it's going to really be galvanizing for you in 2020. So I think you're going to have something very beautiful to work on in 2020. All right, great. So thank you so much, Taurus. I feel like it's been a long time since we talked. I hope you enjoy this reading. Please leave me any comments and let me know how this works out and the work thing, and if it resonates, let me know. Please give me a thumbs up if it resonates. Share it, like it, subscribe. Love to hear from you, and have a great December, and I'll talk to you soon.